Hello everyone, it's me, Lanra, and today I'll be talking about media ownership and control. Introduction. So, in this presentation, I'll be discussing about media ownership and control. I will choose three aspects which can be explored into further detail, which I would agree on how the media bosses control their businesses, and I will give examples as well. And the three that which I have chosen, which I said organizational characteristics. So that's actually compulsory to do. It's part of the task anyway. Globalization, media, audiences and influence. What is media ownership? So media ownership is when few individuals or organizations who have rights to control sorts of media content that their businesses produce. So media conglomerates are companies which have been purchased out of the owner or organization to put under their umbrella so they could become shareholders. In the UK, there are three news companies who have control over nearly percent of the national news. For example, Robert Murdoch's News UK, the Daily Mail Group, which is chaired by Jonathan Harmsworth, who's the fourth Viscount Rothermere, and the Trinity Mirror. So 5 companies control at least 3/4 of daily regional news circulation, and 5 other companies control more than 70% of new online news consumption, which is measured by the amount of browsing. So, organizational characteristics is when a business becomes successful. In order for businesses to become successful, is that they need the right audience and the right media content. There are different ways that businesses could last a long time. So I've used mainly Disney as an example for each of my PowerPoints after this point, I guess. So Walt Disney Company are famous for their family entertainment and media enterprise, which their television channels they have television channels like what you see in the kids channel, and there's theme parks and holiday resorts, merchandise and interactive media. So horizontal integration is when two different companies work together. So Disney owns Marvel Studios, who decides to make their films with Columbia Pictures because most of the live action filming is done with this studio. So Disney needs to know about what Marvel's been up to, and they own Lucasfilm, I guess, the one with George Lucas, the one he did Star Wars. So Disney is the parent company of these studios. So Disney needs to see the overall project, since they are the parent company. So they have to know what they're doing, what films they're making, so on and so forth. So it goes to them directly. Every bit of feedback, reports, so on and so forth. So vertical integration is when a company works under their own umbrella. So Pixar is at the bottom pile of Disney. So Disney has to oversee everything that Pixar does and who they exhibit to and the whole process of filming from beginning to end. Production from beginning to end. And I will cover the production video at the end, like in a week's time, I guess. So they distribute films through the Walt Disney Motion Pictures Group. Globalization is when a business develops itself international through international influence, or they start operating on a wider scale from in different countries around the world. For a long time, Disney has influenced different audiences by developing their trade from all over the world, from theme parks to interactive media, but it had more negative impact impact on how they globalized due to monopoly type of due to the monopoly type of ownership, and they've been exploited. They have exploited different countries and different cultures. So people have concerns about Disney, the way they use the way they use their influence worldwide, like cultural appropriation, or maybe certain films that are portrayed wrongly. And some of the countries had problems, because I read one article about Bangladesh. I can't remember, I think I read about it, and it said something happened which involved Disney, the company itself. But I have to search up. I will tell you when it's searched up. Or you can comment down below and send me and put the link on the comment section. Thank you. So there are ownership there are ownership over they have ownership over companies like Marvel, who Disney purchased for over $4 billion. So they have an influence on how the films are supposed to be made, produced and released on television. So one of the shows which was made by Marvel was ranked number one for children aged 2 to 11. This is one influence that Disney had on globalization. Their holiday resorts from in 6 different countries like China, Japan, France, the USA, which in 3 different states like California, Hawaii, and Florida, and they have cruise ships in the Caribbean, Europe, and even Alaska. So this is a continuation of the previous slide. As it says here, globalization continued. So Disney does not only target young children from 2 to 11, but they do target grown-ups as well, because they own more than just media assets. Like some of the Marvel films, people keep saying it's for children, but I assume they are for like middle teenagers, adults as well. And there's sports channels like ESPN, which are targeted for men. They own that, right? So men can watch sporting highlights like basketball and volleyball and so on. So ABC is another television channel owned by Disney. So it's more suited for adults and older children, because there's lots of drama and entertainment. Like, I can't remember, there's a few shows that I watched on ABC as well. We have it here in this country. It's not just in America. Disney has ownership over a publishing company called Hyperion Books, who publish famous books like Star Wars, as Lucasfilm is a media asset of Disney. So plus the Percy book franchise, as well as Armistice Fall, another famous book. So Disneyfication. So that's a new term. It's about something that's meant to be. It's a term that is given to something that appears to be in a happy or imperfect theme, by hiding the truth on what it was meant to be. So some of the fairy tales of Disney films do that. They hide the truth, like the origin backstory of certain origins, like Snow White and Cinderella, and The Little Mermaid and Pinocchio. I think there's conspiracy theories on YouTube People say don't believe in those type of things, but clearly they have to look beyond. They have to look at the videos. There's videos about messed up origins on YouTube, so you can search that. So they also do it to their theme parks, which assumes that we will have a luxury lifestyle. But really, it's not really like that in society, to be honest. So this could be the reason the children are the best target of choice, because they want to show princesses as beautiful everyday people, and every story has a happily ever after. So people say that they don't like Disney films because they're very predictable and they always end the same. They might be they might as well be one story together. So media or audiences and influence. So there's the hypodermic needle theory model, which is coined by Harold Laswell in the 1920s. There are there was there was a book about it written by him during the First World War. This theory has played a huge role in the way media influences the audience into believing and giving their opinions about the topic they feel strongly about. So audiences are influenced by media all the time, which results us to not believe in everything that the media says. Because sometimes there's a term called fake news, like people believe in news that are fake because we don't know where the information's come from. So this that's why we use fake news, and they may have got it from the fake source that we say, like an unreliable source like Wikipedia or something, because Wikipedia can be used for plagiarism and and is pretty known for unreliable sources. So, and social media is another source that can be unreliable. So Disney is a successful company, but they had a share controversy which has caused them to be targeted by media. So young girls everywhere look up to Disney princesses as role models, as they really believe that they will grow up to be princesses, but it's just injected into their minds. I think it can cause them to be pressurized. So another turn pressurized into changing their image, like hair, body, and so on, which can be disturbing for parents if they are concerned about their child doing this to themselves. So another term used is uses and gratification media theory, which assumes that the audience are in control of their own mind, of what they see and hear in the media. So they could decide whether they believe in the fantasy, which is not realistic, or reject the idea altogether by not really thinking about it that much. Just try to drift away from it. Like, stick with reality, stick into the moment. So here are the references for each points that I've said. So thanks. Sorry. So I've been busy. I've tried and upload it weekly, make videos and upload weekly, so I can, because I've been busy right now. Because I'm studying at uni, and plus I'm also doing other things, like I'm working on my friend's film right now, and I've been working on my own film, and I've been working on my other film, which my friend's writing a script for, but I need to call her about. I've been busy sorting things out with the job centre. I'm trying to get vacancies for runner jobs, so I might not be around all the time. So here are the links for what I said, and thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.